Bonjour tout le monde. Today we're talking about les pronoms relatifs qui, que, dont, and où. So here are some examples of les pronoms relatifs in action. Elle aime les hommes qui parlent français. We see qui here means who or that. Elle aime l'homme que tu connais. Right here, que means who or that. Elle aime l'homme dont tu parles. And dont actually is meaning about which or of which. So it's a de plus lequel kind of situation. Elle va au magasin où on achète la viande. Où right here is meaning where, and it can also be used to mean when. So qui is used as a subject of a relative clause. So a relative clause is a clause related to whatever was previously mentioned. It translates as who or that in English, and these are pronouns that are replacing people or things. And here, qui is replacing the subject. Qui is always going to be followed by a verb because it's a subject. If you think about it, the subject has to be doing something. So some examples. Il parle avec l'homme qui est ennuyeux. He speaks with the guy who is boring. Okay, so qui is replacing l'homme and it's meaning who here. Elle se promène avec le chien qui mord les enfants. Here, qui is replacing the dog, and we're saying the dog that bites the children. So qui, remember, is always going to be the subject, and it must be followed by a verb. Que can be used to replace a direct object in a relative clause. Again, the clause relating to the previous clause. This is used as the direct object. It can be translated as that or whom in English, depending on the context. And it's always going to be followed by a subject and then a verb. Some examples, l'homme qu'elle aime s'appelle Nicolas. The boy or the man that she likes is named Nicholas. Right here we have a subject, elle, and a verb, am, followed after que. Tu manges le gâteau qu'elle a fait. You eat the cake that she made. Right here, que is replacing the cake because it is the direct object of being eaten, tu manges. And then dont is going to be the equivalent of duquel. We've already learned about lequel, laquelle, lesquels, duquel, and all of those. So it's replacing any form of duquel, de plus an object. It'll translate to of which. Some examples. You have the example with the duquel and then with dont. Il connaît l'homme duquel tu parles. He knows the guy about which you speak. We have this again with dont. Il connaît l'homme dont tu parles. Dont is kind of cleaner and it's doing the same thing as duquel, of which you speak. Voici les clés desquelles j'avais besoin. Here are the keys that I needed. You can say instead of desquelles, you can just say voici les clés dont j'avais besoin. Dont is also really nice because it doesn't change based on the gender and the number of whatever is replacing like duquel does. Now note, because que and dont are replacing objects, you must follow that rule where if there's a direct object that comes before the past participle of a compound verb, then you must make the past participle agree with the gender and the number of the direct object. So here's an example. Est-ce que tu aimes les dessins qu'elle a créés? So do you like the drawings, the designs that she created? Now, the gender and number of les dessins needs to agree with the gender and number of créés, so you need to add an S because les dessins is masculine, but it's plural. Vous allez manger la nourriture que j'ai faite? You're going to eat the food that I made? Because la nourriture is feminine and is replaced by que, you must add an E to the end of the past participle fait. Now, our last one is eu, and it's basically the equivalent of auquel when it's talking about when or where. Here's an example. Voici la voiture dans laquelle elle dort. Okay, it can be replaced. It's replacing laquelle, dans laquelle, so a preposition plus laquelle. Voici la voiture où elle dort, where she is sleeping. C'est l'heure à laquelle ils sont partis. It's the hour that they left. C'est l'heure où ils sont partis. It's the hour where, when, that they left. So où is very easy because it means what it means. It means where or when. Now for your à buffet, I would like you to pick the correct um, re- relative pronoun based on whatever was underlined. So think, is the relative pronoun going to be the subject? Is it going to be the object? Are we using duquel or are we using à laquelle? À bientôt!